Good afternoon, everyone. No steaks any longer, lab-grown tigers and zebras. Planted acreage, fifth lowest on record back to 1919 for wheat. Even in a supply chain shortage, nobody wants the fake meat. U.S. inflation, staples, eggs, highest. If they can't get you to eat the insects, maybe they'll feed the insects to the cows. Slow desensitization. China dominates key minerals. What are they? And how the world will become faceless, nameless. You'll own nothing. Let's take our planet back. Now, let's put this into perspective for a second. Talking about the most populous nations on the earth, which have now gone away from the US dollar and started their own gold-backed or commodities-backed new basket of currencies to compete directly with the US dollar. Even that alone, on just pure usage, if you could choose A or B, India and China are going to go away from the dollar. They're going to start using their own currencies. And look at the massive, significantly different populations of the nations. And Indonesia also is going to join the new BRICS basket, which is nearly equivalent with the United States. Got Russia, Mexico, far down on the end there. Mexico probably is going to be forced to stay, but others like Nigeria and Pakistan, Brazil teetering on the edge. So even this list here alone, if there was a flip of half of the nations below the United States, dollar will become worthless. Right off of AgFacts last week, coming up with the wheat planted area finally getting some final numbers in, fifth lowest ever since 1919. Put that into perspective for a minute. And if we jump over to corn, the planted area for all of the corn, down 4%. And they're looking at around 89 million acres. Problem was with either of these crops, remember we had the massive fertilizer shortages first, spiking diesel prices in addition. Whatever was in the ground is finally getting tallied as those numbers had shown. What's not being talked about is the herbicide and pesticide shortages now that we're into the protect the plant phase of a grow season. Also running massive deficits in both of those. So yields will be decreased further. How high can you get the yields if you don't have the proper amount of fertilizer for second or third application? So the numbers that are there, that's great. They're just counting strictly acreage basis. They're not taking into consideration all these other factors, including the massive drought and tumultuous mix-ups in the jet streams that are sending derechos and massive rains that are messing up what we know as the grow season. Sprinkle in a little bit of Black Sea disruption, and seems like we're playing a numbers game. And perhaps that's the reason they are, because unless you're into this information, you would take those numbers at face value and go, oh, it's going to be the same as last year or the year before. Add in all those new ingredients inside there, and oh, you're going to need to start planting and growing some of your own food would be the messaging instantly. And speaking of keeping energy levels up, a quick word from the sponsor of the video. Weight management is a universal struggle. After we turn 20, the struggle becomes more difficult. That's because our body's metabolism slows by as much as 4% per decade. The keto diet has an extensive list of health benefits for healthy metabolism, heightened energy levels, and increased mental clarity and focus. That's why I highly recommend this amazing keto powder. It works to increase the level of ketones in your body without ever needing to be on a keto diet. And the best thing about it is it comes with free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life and a free e-report titled The Top 14 Ketogenic Foods. And if you want to support your healthy metabolism for the next 24 hours, take 51% off your order by going to adaptwithketo.com. Free shipping, money back guarantee. That link's in the description box below. And now on with the video. And stepping over to foodmanufacturing.com, insects could make meat and milk production more sustainable. Black soldier fly, supplemental protein for cattle. Now the original sell was you eat it. Not this insect, but the larvae that are going to be growing up. We're going to have to move away, but let's take a step back first. The insect farming industry is emerging, and this is going to be a multi-billion-dollar business. Perhaps it'll just be relegated to cattle feed versus human consumption, but we don't know. We're in uncharted waters right now. And what they're talking about is these facilities, which will still be grid-tied and massive and need construction, and workers to drive back and forth, will still have a smaller environmental footprint than conventional feed crops such as soybean. Hence all of the disruptions. They're being reset on purpose to move to this direction on purpose. And they cite down here the deforestation in the Amazon as a good example of large-scale soybean production disturbing the environment. But wait a second, we could put names to that like McDonald's. Oh wait, they're there for the cattle as well. Vertically integrated. And you notice right away how the pendulum, whoa, over here, human consumption has swung over. Oh, it's just for cows. So it's kind of a desensitization move here. If you cattle and chicken, pig, whatever, get used to fish farming, get used to eating that, and you see it as a main feed ingredient because we all know that it's corn and soybean meal and all these other products going into the same industries. Now they're going to tweak it slightly to it goes to the cow first, instead of ramming it down your throat, which there's been a lot of pushback. So you see how it's sort of twisted a little bit. The messaging's still there, the product's still there. They're just going to tweak it for animal husbandry first to try to get you used to hearing it, seeing it produce, seeing how it's distributed. Oh, the cows eat it, must be. And then just slowly watch that trickle. It'll move right over into like cricket cubes or something. And if we do look at the nutritional content of this, 45% protein, 35% fat. Now in a grid down situation, this is the optimal food source for you. I'm not saying that you be buying it in a supermarket, but in a grid down, you need that much protein and that much fat to keep your body functioning. And then the idea here is to feed on pre-consumer food waste, which is those outside leaves of lettuce or the outside leaves of cabbage that they would normally throw away. Factory-sized facilities, shelf-stable after dried. Oh, you're building it up. Might as well put it in a pretty package with some cartoon figures on it. We're ready to go. Now see, this is the thing. Most adults in the U.S. are not ready to put it on the plate, but you will consume it from livestock that are fed the larvae. This is where the messaging has changed. And also the messaging for different type of artificial meats. See how they're putting it on the specialty end first. Lab-grown lion meat arrives in the UK. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's clap for that one. Oh, round of applause. Yeah, put it on the front page. Tiger steak, zebra sushi rolls. Oh, I can't wait to fly back to the UK. Oh, wait, the airports are closing. They're only allowing 100,000 people in per day. I forgot. I really can't get back there to enjoy the lion burgers, but hello from across the pond. World Economic Forum, straight off their Twitter feed, you'll own nothing, be happy, and you'll eat much less meat. There we go again. It's a plan. So everything you're seeing of the destruction of the economy, supply chains, and getting you to move to new food sources, all planned. Nothing organic. No pun intended in the food realms there. But all the plays that we're seeing, the levers, the knobs, the gears are being shut off one by one, and then the plugs being pulled. Drain down, nothing left. Oh, got to reset the economy. Wait, there's already an alternative ready to go. The new BRICS currency. But what I find astounding, even in a supply chain shortage, they don't want the vegan meat. Like, look at that, fully stocked on that shelf. That's crazy. Unless you look at it and go, that's what it looks like inside. Okay. I guess if I came off a 20-hour hike in the middle of the Himalaya and half frozen to come back to eat something, I think that would be pretty delicious, actually. But in reality, this is what the store shelves look like, and all those products still remain on the store shelves. What's going on there? So let's jump over to U.S. food staples being whacked by inflation. Thanks, Federal Reserve. A non-government entity printing money for America, lending it to our government to charge interest. Thanks for getting it up, or 33% for the eggs. Appreciate it. Happy Tuesday to you, or whatever day it is. Butter at 21%, chicken 18%. Milk, baby food, used cars and trucks, veggies. And I'm going to say I think those numbers are low. Just saying. Baby food shortages, people were paying 3, 4, 5x. Like 500% more to get it in the hand. Okay, maybe it rose 14%, but there's a shortage of it. You can't even get it at any price because it's not there. So when it ran out and all the factories closed, okay, it rose 14%. We'll stop the counting there. We will not talk about consumer to consumer trading or on sales on quote unquote alternative markets. We'll leave it at 14%. And I don't know about you, but vegetable prices where I am looking around, where heads of lettuce in Australia, for example, are like $9. You cannot tell me. I know it's Australia, not United States. With the droughts going on in Mexico and California and everybody's produce not available, looking scrappy, shriveled, that would be the stuff you'd toss away before and feed to the black soldier fly larva. That's the kind of pre-consumer waste that they're talking about. But now they're putting it in the supermarket because they don't have anything else. There's no other choice. It's either that or nothing. And you're telling me that rose just a smidgen of a few percent there? Not buying it. These official numbers are absolute fiction. To keep you thinking, well, it's really, mine might be, oh, it must be the rest of the states. Maybe we just live in an expensive place. If everybody compared notes in the States, we'd have a very different outcome and demands of the people, would we not? And talking about moving over to new forms of energy, let's look at the dominance of key processing materials. U.S. in the center, China over to the red right, EU to the blue left. Nickel, nothing in the States. Cobalt, U.S. isn't even 1% of that. Graphite, lithium, manganese. Where's the U.S.? I don't see it. All reliant on China. Production of cathodes and anodes. How about transformers? That's all China. Even the EU and the U.S. are only at a single percent. And how about the new lithium-ion batteries? The manufacturing of the cells there. China still dominates 79%. These key minerals, that's what I'm talking about, the BRICS currency backed by exactly this. What does the EU and US have for manufacturing? 1%? 7%? Great, let's keep up with the 90, 80, 70% from China. You're going to want that money because it's more stable. Not saying anything against the dollar, except it's not going to be worth much when you're offering something backed by a physical product versus backed by promises. And then what we're moving to is sort of a faceless, nameless, countryless, religionless place that globalists want to bring us to, where you comply, you don't know others, another brick in the wall, and you get your credit score. Nobody can recognize your emotions. And this is the latest fashion show coming out of Paris. Welcome home, honey. Oh, I can't even see your face. This is the type of content I talk about on Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast. Anywhere podcasts are hosted across the net. As you can see, I updated the graphics and images there. Do hope you tune in for a listen, and Telegram also, t.me/adapt2030. Thanks for watching. As you can see, the world is becoming a very different place on purpose. None of this is, like I say, organic. Now, the problems were forecast out way last year, probably September, October of last year, for the fertilizer shortages. They've already hit. They've run their course and reverberated through. We got the Black Sea blockages. Now we got everything that we need to protect the plants in shortage too. So as we roll into September, now this is a key date on your calendar, September 16th. A world after that point will never be the same, ever. If you understand delivery for corn occurs at that time, those who want the corn have stripped the American supply on delivery already. They want the physical because they know they can charge more for it if it's in their hand, because others out there are not going to get it, because we're coming into incredibly dismal yields, low bushels per acre. And like I did in yesterday's video, USDA is already out there, and they're real conservative when they put forecasts out, but they are calling 20 to 30 bushels per acre in Kansas for wheat when it should be 52 and above to 60. That's where we sit now. This is all what we're looking at in the next couple of months. But please put that on your calendar, September 16th. Learn more about the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and how they deliver grains to those who want them, and the fines for the clearinghouses if they don't deliver, and the fines to the farmers on an individual day basis, meaning every day they don't deliver, the farmer or the clearinghouse to close the contract to, like, I want my corn. If you can't give it to me, every day you don't give it to me, you get fined. It's going to reverberate and rip the markets apart. Could I say black screens in the CME? Black screens on the trading floor? Shut it down. Start it over, restructure. Welcome to the new world. The reset. Oh, wait. Great reset. Thanks, Klaus. Bye for now.